everybody. We're back on. It's the late night show with Matt and Dave. And we've got another special guest. His name is Robert Kelley. And we grew up together. And the first time I met this guy, I remember going to the El Nido Church, and he pulls up in his white Corvette, looking smooth and cool, and I can see that nothing's changed since then.
It wasn't a Corvette. It was a Trans Am.
No, it was a white Corvette. That was the first one, yep.
Okay, whatever.
Convertible.
You wanted the white Trans Am.
You had the Trans Am. You had the.
I had a black Trans Am.
You had the black Trans Am. I had the gray one after that.
Yeah.
I got the ticket for racing, and Dad took the Corvette away and got the Trans Am.
And I like the gray Trans Am.
So you're probably about our fifth guest so far
This weekend.
and
Yeah, I was really disappointed when I found out that I was the fifth guest. I mean, I'm right down the road, and I would have thought, hey.
well, this is what happens. We called him, and then 2 hours later he shows up. So that's how important the Matt and Dave show's getting. People are showing up on our doorstep, yo.
That's right. 2-hour drives, okay? When we call you, it's time to show up. If you don't show up, then we talk about you. But we're going to be nice to you since you showed up.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. The main reason that we have an interest in your services is because we hear that you're becoming a pilot.
I am.
True.
So what's going on with that?
I'm in the middle of training. I haven't been able to fly because of the weather right now, but typically I get about 2 flights a weekend out since I think I started in October.
How close are you to getting your license?
20 hours before I can actually go in and do my FAA written and flight with a check, do my check ride.
So you guys notice that we've acquired movie stars, TV stars,
CPAs.
and now we've got a pilot.
So will you be our personal pilot for the Matt and Dave show?
Absolutely.
Oh, of course. Can we put our name on the plane?
I don't know about that, but
How about
you
just
can
on the
put it
name?
underneath it.
And actually,
Okay.
if you started working out, you could be our bodyguard too.
I could start today.
I'm not saying you're not fit, I'm just saying we need somebody that's really intimidating. Kind of like us.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We don't even need a bodyguard.
Oh, great.
Speak for yourself.
Now we've got more.
Okay. So, most of you don't know
Is that better?
that Robert and I are we were brother-in-laws.
You're still brother-in-law.
So we're ex-brother-in-laws.
Oh, hey, quick shout out. Hey, to my ex-sister-in-laws, we'll get you in the next video.
Ex-brother-in-laws, ex-sister-in-laws, when that ends, that marriage relationship, if it ends, so should this relationship.
Well, we can take it outside and end it right there. That ain't a problem.
It's easier sometimes to deal with the ex-in-law than it is your own blood.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what you just said.
I didn't say that. I love you both equally, so we're good.
I don't understand.
I'm not going to touch that one.
I'm not either.
Let's look at our talking points. But manners are important.
You never got beat for putting your elbows on the table?
Only at church camp when they'd say, David Weathers, strong and able, get your elbows off the table. This is not a horse's table.
But a decent.
Dining table.
Yeah,
And
sure.
they would stand up and, or in the pool you'll go, or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, they would try to drag you somewhere.
So do you have any parental advice you'd like to give us?
Yeah,
We'd like to offer it up.
Yeah, just try to teach your kids to do the right thing and keep them in the straight line.
Yeah.
Don't let them hang out with riff-raff like us when we were growing up.
I wasn't riffraff. I was a good church kid until I met him.
I don't.
Well, that's
not
usually how
fair.
it works. Preachers.
That's not true. I take that back.
That's
I'm
not
kidding.
fair.
Yes?
Speaking of in-laws, he has an in-law
I have tons of in-laws.
whose name is Rob Manley.
Oh, Rob, I feel like we've left him out on the last 5 videos. He's had such a huge impact on our life, and where would we be without a Rob story?
Do we have a Rob Manley story?
I got a Rob Manley story.
Hey, let's hear it.
So, Rob was, I used to live in Central California, and Rob was there as well. And this one night, I don't even remember what we were doing before, but we decided to take off, and we went over to Gary and Marcia Shue's house. And I can't remember how it started, but we broke into their garage, and we toilet paper wrapped Crystal Shue's little white Ford Escort from side to side and front to back while they were inside watching movies. And I think at one point her mom or her dad came out into the garage while we were there, wrapping the car to get something out of the freezer, and we went diving down to the ground underneath the car.
Wow.
So now you know that it was Rob Manley and this guy.
It was mostly Rob.
I've toilet papered
mostly Rob.
houses before, but I've never broken into a garage to toilet paper a car.
You know what?
You've never really lived then. I think we should remedy that tonight.
Did they know that you did it?
I have no idea.
Well, they know now.
It's a tell-all. It's a tell-all.
Okay, I have a confession to make then. I remember when I was living in Orville in our youth group, we used to behave like that as well. And it was in the summer, and everybody's air conditioning was running, and a couple of my friends went up to one of the church leaders' their house, and while they were having a big Bible study meeting, and half the church was at the house.
This is terrible. This is a terrible story. Go ahead.
We took smoke bombs.
Oh, man.
And we put them in the vent and jumped off the roof, and smoke came hurling through the house, and we ran off, and they ran out yelling and screaming trying to find us. So that's it.
They don't
That's
know
my
it was you?
confession. Well, they do now. I don't want to say who it is either.
Okay, the only thing that I've never told anybody was at Shenanigan Flats at camp. And Becky Barnett was standing in front of me with some friends, and Robert was there, I think, or somebody else was there, and I poured itching powder on her. So I'm sorry, Becky.
No,
It was
he's
me.
Sorry, Becky.
So,
He's just trying to feel better about himself. But
Sorry.
that's the only thing I have.
Sorry, Becky.
So what's our next topic of discussion? Brett Hamilton, where are you?
Hey, Brett.
What's
Long
going
time.
on, Brett
What's going on,
Hamilton?
If you guys haven't noticed, the trend of every video that we do is we're looking back and bringing it back. Well, I've heard a lot of comments and a lot of people say, hey, don't ever call me.
Where are they now?
But I've heard a lot of people saying thanks for bringing up those memories, and you know, we've got a lot of random people just showing up and doing interviews, so I love talking about old times and going forward times, so that's
Brett
kinda where-
Hamilton.
that's where we're at.
We need to talk to Brett, okay? So this is just in. We just want to be the first news broadcast company. Robert shared this information with me earlier this evening, okay? The Patriots won the Super Bowl, but they're announcing soon, and this is the first people, you might want to share this information. The Patriots intercepted the communication between the Atlanta Falcons sideline and Matt Ryan's helmet. And if you watch the third quarter, he's going in to score again, and he loses communication. And Tom Brady has admitted that it was the Patriots that overthrew that communication. And just like they did against Pittsburgh in the opening game when they were in New England. Oh, and Tom Brady is about to announce his retirement because of all the drama. I should know because I raise goats. Okay? Is that true?
that's true. You heard it here first.
You heard it here
it's-
first.
It's got to be
Yeah,
true.
he does run
So,
goats. He's a
I'm
goat
sorry,
racer.
Aaron Bryan.
Aaron Bryan, another
Bryan.
name.
They're gonna take the trophy back, and they're gonna give it to the Falcons.
Yep.
What do you think about that?
I think that's fantastic.
I think it's great.
Me too.
Couldn't happen to a better team.
There are no real Patriots fans. That's what I know. 15 years ago, Nobody liked the Patriots.
Well, I know one guy that liked the Patriots.
Who?
JD was a born and bred Patriots fan.
Since when? 15
Since
years
he was
ago?
born.
Uh,
Anyway, that's a different story. He won't even watch this because he doesn't have Facebook.
Aaron, I don't believe you. I don't believe you're a Patriots fan, okay? Your
Oh, by the
wife,
way, we called him.
your wife maybe, but not you.
We called you, and you said you were too sick to join us. Those excuses aren't going to cut it.
You're gonna have to sing next
Yeah,
time.
come on, you
Now
gotta,
you have to show
you gotta
up.
get on here, man.
You're gonna have
You've
to
gotta
sing.
get back in touch with all of the roots, man.
One time,
Where are you at?
one
Come on.
time, Aaron Bryan caught a ride home with me from the youth rally, and he threw up all over the inside of my windshield. We were right at a rest stop.
Oh, we got another comment. Did you want to say anything to Sean Kellner again about?
Yeah, Sean Kilner's. He's asking why we don't think that he's agile.
Agile.
Because he's not an acrobat, number one, and he's not very nimble. Are you nimble, Sean? Are you an acrobat? Do you wear pantyhose?
Do you tumble?
Do you tumble?
Can you tumble for him?
Of course not.
I tumble for you.
So we love you. We love you, Sean. We're gonna call you and we'll ask you, but you know, if
You
you're
guys
in a
can-
leotard, then I'll believe you and I'll call you agile.
You guys can duke it out live. We'll duke it out.
All right. Well, it's
We'd
nice.
have back-to-back boxing matches. As soon as he's done with Jason, you know, you could line up behind him.
In fact, you and Jason can both be in the ring. It'll be you two against me. Okay? Me and my mask.
When you're 67,
69.
69.
Okay.
All right.
So, I'd like to thank Robert for lending us his pilot services. We're going to give him a brand new pair of leather gloves.
This is not the same as was
All
given
right.
earlier.
Sorry, Jason. And I'd like to thank
They don't fit. You've got to acquit.
I'd like to thank Elizabeth for doing Matthew's hair.
Yep. Elizabeth did this.
We do have one more donation that's being given to us. So Brett Hamilton, we're going to need a vehicle. Okay? We have a plane. We have a CPA. We're going to need some kind of armored vehicle. Okay?
Preferably not the Toyota pickup that we took jumping through the slough and down the river and all of those other places.
No slew jumping.
Yeah, Brett Hamilton put 20,000 miles on the truck and it made it look like it had 200,000 miles on it. That guy was insane. But we need a ride, okay? And it needs to say the Matt and Dave Show. And we'll come visit.
Yeah.
We'll come interview you in your own living room. Okay, that's my promise. And we'll see how that is. So I appreciate you joining us, Robert.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Drove all the way from Fullerton to La Quinta.
That's right.
Awesome.
That's right.
At midnight. Okay? That's what we're looking for. That kind of responsibility.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you'd like to add?
Responsibility.
Do you have any questions you'd like to ask us?
Yeah. Questions.
Yeah. What made you guys decide you were gonna have a YouTube show and live on Facebook?
Well, here, really, we were talking about how everybody has friends on Facebook. But how many of those friends do you actually talk to? There's so many. I mean, I know friends from 40 years ago, but I wouldn't be able to pick them out at the mall. I mean, do you think they'd recognize me?
Probably not. The mask is a little.
It goes without saying. I haven't seen this guy in 28 years. So how many people do you know that just call people out of the blue and want to reconnect? I guess that's what it's all about.
28 years, and now he's sitting right between us.
I think it was a great idea, man.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Without
We're going to add some
peace.
We're gonna add some special effects for you, okay?
Yeah.
We can edit this at any time, okay? So, because we've got the material.
No worries, man.
Got it all figured out, so
Is that it?
that's it.
Are you sure?
Sure hope that recorded.